If you don't make nothing else but this mac and cheese, oh my gosh. Oh, it's so good. There's no 5-star restaurant that can do that. I'm just saying, you can do it in your kitchen. I have 1.5 pounds of hamburger here. I'm just going to put it right in a bowl. We're going to take 1/2 of a small to medium sized onion, and we're just going to kind of dice it up just a little. Sunday dinner is always for my family, my grandkids. They come over, they go swimming. I think that's good enough. We're going to pop it right in. Our 1.5 pounds of ground beef, and it's 80%. It's going to have a little bit of fat in it. Now I have some already chopped up green peppers, and we're going to need probably about 1/4 of a cup, and we're going to pop it right in. This is a very quick put together meal. I have my oven at 375 degrees. We're going to put in 1 egg, just one. Now we're going to put in a 1/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese shredded, and I just buy it already shredded up. Now we're going to add some flavor to this. We're going to put in, not the lid. We're going to put in 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and I need to wash the lid before I put it back on. It fell in the hamburger. We need I'm going to say 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. This is my own recipe, and I love my own recipe. This is a teaspoon of onion powder. Now we're going to put in about 1/4 of a cup of Italian breadcrumbs. Now, I've got this sauce that was on sale at the grocery store, and it looked really good. It's tomato and basil. Okay, we're going to put about 1/4 of a cup right in here. I'm anxious to try that sauce. It looked really good. So, but you know, they advertising. Whatever kind of sauce you have, you use. Okay, we need a teaspoon of pepper and a teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to use gloves to mix this up. Oh, it's beginning to smell really good. I need a little bit more of the sauce. I need about another 1/4 of a cup, so we'll need 1/2 a cup of sauce. It was just a little too dry. Okay, we're going to spray the bottom of our casserole dish here, and I'm just using an 8x10. And we're just going to put our meatloaf right in our pan. Okay. Now we're going to pour on our spaghetti sauce. Just layer it right on top. On just a little bit of parm right on top. Okay, we're going to put this in the oven at 375 degrees for 1 hour. That was so easy. Okay, we are now going to put in 2 cans of garden peas, and we're not going to drain them. I love garden peas, and I love canned garden peas. So I like frozen, I like canned, but today this will be ready in a little while. So we are just going to put this on the stove. I feel like the best way to put in garden peas, and we like leftovers, so I always use 2 cans. Okay, we're just going to put in a little bit of butter. We're going to put a little bit of pepper in, and we're going to put in some salt. I know these already have salt, but really it needs some salt. Salt, pepper, and I do not like bacon grease in my garden peas. I just don't. So I don't put bacon grease. I put a little bit of butter and salt and pepper. So guys, we're going to make macaroni and cheese. I've got a pot of water boiling, and we're going to put in about 1.5 cups of macaroni, and we're going to make a small casserole dish of the macaroni and cheese that goes with Italian meatloaf. Simple and so good. Now we're going to make our macaroni and cheese. We're going to put in a jar of Prego home-style Alfredo. And some of you don't like this, but I love this. I think it's delicious. And, you know, I don't think it tastes fake or artificial at all. And especially when you doctor it up a little bit. Okay. We're going to put in, because when them hot noodles hit this sauce, it's going to melt that butter. So we're just put a tablespoon of butter in. And about 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. A tablespoon of olive oil. It's going to be good, guys. A little bit of pepper, no salt. A little bit of pepper, no salt. Okay, now we're going to put in about a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I love this. It's called Italian spaghetti seasoning, and I get it at Sam's, and I have been buying this for about 30 years or longer. This is all I have ever used. I love it, and I think one time they were out of it, and my food just did not taste good without this. So I really, I'm not sponsored, guys. I don't have any sponsors. People get sponsors, but I don't know. But I should be a sponsor of this, because I can honestly tell you, I love it. I've used it for over 30 years, and you just don't stop using something that you've loved so much. So I'm recommending this highly. We have our noodles here, and no, I did not rinse them off. We want them hot when it goes in, and we want it to melt that butter. Now we're going to take just a regular small casserole dish. It's got little polka dots on it. Okay, we're going to pop it right in. Our noodles are cooked. We're going to take about 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs, just 1/4 cup, a tablespoon of butter, and we're just going to kind of break it up a little bit with our fingers. And we're just going to melt it, or we're going to press it into these breadcrumbs. Now I have a little bit of provolone cheese here, and you can use mozzarella if you like, but I bought the provolone just for this recipe. And we need about 4 slices. And then we're going to take and we're going to sprinkle our breadcrumbs and butter right on top. And you can double this recipe if you want. Now we're not going to cover this. We're going to stick it in our 375-degree oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. You know, it just depends on how quick your oven's working. Because remember, the noodles are done. We're just going to heat it all the way through, melt that cheese and butter, and with that breadcrumbs. Guys, our meatloaf is almost done. It's got about 15 minutes left on it. What we're going to do is we're going to drain all this grease. And when you use that lean of meat, you're going to have a lot, plus that sauce. We're just going to pour it out. Okay. Leave a little bit in there. Now, we're not done. Remember that provolone cheese? Now, we are just going to place it right over our meatloaf. And we're just going to put a little bit of that Italian seasoning that I love so much right over the top. We'll stick it back in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes and it will be completely done. That is a lot of grease, but we got it all out. And that makes that meatloaf taste so moist and tender. And sometimes when we use too lean of a meat and we don't strain, and you know, it's kind of dry. But when you use like a 80-20 and you drain the grease, it's just so moist and tender. It really does have a lot to do with it. And we got rid of a lot of that. I wished I had smell-o-vision. Whoa. Guys, look at this mac and cheese. Look at that. All that bubbly cheese. That is Italian mac and cheese. Look at it. It's bubbly. It's going to be absolutely out of this world. Don't worry about that Prego Alfredo sauce. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Don't run from it. Add it. Doctor it up a little bit. It's simple. It's easy. And it tastes really, really good. And I'm not sponsored by anything. Okay, you got to try this though. You're going to love it. Gorgeous meatloaf. Look at that. That. Woo, that's good. It's time to eat. We're going to start with our meatloaf. My husband always likes the end of the meatloaf. So I'm going to get the first piece. And get a little bit of that sauce. Get some garden peas. Now we got to try this very creamy, delicious Italian mac and cheese. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, let's try. I want to try that mac and cheese. If you don't make nothing else but this mac and cheese, oh my gosh. Oh, it's so good. Oh my gosh. There's no 5-star restaurant that can do that. I'm just saying, you can do it in your kitchen. Now let's try our meatloaf. It almost tastes like a meatball. This is one of the best Sunday dinners you can make. I want to say thank you guys so much for coming, hanging out with me in my kitchen today. You are the best audience on YouTube. You guys go. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.